Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my MLB picks for Monday, April 23rd. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all my MLB, NBA, NFL videos. And if you want to play the actual lineups that I'm playing every single night, visit my website at www.rotobeast.net. So, sorry I've been gone a couple days. It was my birthday weekend. Ended up going to Lake Tahoe. Had a great time. Got back in really late last night. So I wanted to get this video up for you this morning as soon as possible when I got up. We'll be getting back on track doing videos, every single night pretty much like I do. Like I said, my bad. Birthday weekend. Had to have a little fun. Always work hard, so you got to play a little hard sometimes. So, yeah, we got an 8-game slate, solid slate. Got some great spots that we could target. I'm not really going to spend too much time on this video. I'm going to kind of just go through quickly, give you my plays at each position that I'm liking in my player pool, and then I'll finish it off as always with my 5 core picks. So before I jump into this, if you don't mind, please take a sec and drop a like for me. It really helps me out. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel, and make sure that you do turn on your notifications. This way you never miss any of my videos. So yeah, thanks for dropping that like for me. Let's just jump into these picks. So we'll start at pitcher. You got Garrett Cole. The guy's been on absolute fire. Definitely got to consider him as one of the top 2 plays on the slate. The only problem with him in this spot is going against an Angels team who's been red hot. They've been swinging the bat well, so it's not the best matchup for Garrett Cole. But he definitely has monster upside going against the Angels still. Then you got Carrasco going against Baltimore. Baltimore, they haven't really been too much of a scary team this year. They have a lot of swinging strikes in their lineups. I definitely think this is a great spot for Carrasco to have a solid game. You got Tanaka, going against Minnesota at home. Tanaka's a fair price. Honestly, for me, more of a GPP play, but solid play. Gio going against the Giants, who have a ton of lefties in a pitcher's park in San Francisco. This is a great spot for Gio. I definitely think he can have a monster game in this spot. So I'm liking him. One thing I will note, though, about the Giants is they don't strike out too much. But like I said, they are lefty heavy. Some of their better hitters. So yeah, I like Gio. And if you want to go cheap, you can look at Cahill going against Texas. Texas, they haven't really been too scary this year, to be honest with you. 6,600, very fair price. He had a monster game last outing going against, I think it was the White Sox, I want to say. Yeah, going against the White Sox, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, got the dub, a quality start for 55 fantasy points. If a guy has 50 fantasy point upside at 6.6 price tag, you always got to consider him, in my opinion. Then he's going against Matt Moore, who's pitching on the other side of the ball. So I definitely think that he can get some runs in this spot, get some runs to help him get that W. Now we'll start at catcher, first base. I'm liking Bellinger. I'm liking the Dodgers lefties going against this young pitcher. And Garcia, the guy's actually started the season off very well, but he's not. I gotta see a lot more sample size before I say that he's a good pitcher. So I like him. You could consider Gary Sanchez. He is a little bit expensive, but he's a solid play. Abreu. Abreu, he just does what he does every year. He's going against Mike Leake. Solid. Solid spot for him. But the guy's just a hitter. Look at this. He's had at least 1 hit in 6 straight games, and 9 of the past 10. The guy gets on base. Definitely has power upside. So I like him as a GPP play. Gallo, another GPP play, but the guy has monster upside, double dong upside any night. A guy I'm really liking, Ian Desmond. I think he's going to crack the lineup today in Colorado. Yes, I know, you're not surprised. Anytime Colorado's on the slate and you got some guys coming in cheap, you definitely got to consider them. It's going to be the highest supply total on the slate easily. So Desmond, he's one of my favorite plays on the slate as long as he cracks the lineup. And lastly, Eric Hosmer. He's going to be batted right there in the heart of the order, 3,100 in Coors Field. They're just not showing this dude no respect, honestly. 3,100 in Coors, great price tag. Another guy that I'm really liking. Second base, you got Altuve going against Tyler Skaggs, who's just been getting tore up this year. I like some of these Houston guys, and I'll definitely start with Altuve. LeMahieu just doing what he does. One of the top hitters in the league. Bats in the very top of the order. For Colorado, great spot for him once again. Dozier going against Tanaka in New York. I definitely think that he can get a jack today off of Tanaka. More of a GPP play though, just because it's a tough matchup, but solid play. Cano going against Miguel Gonzalez, who has a 12.4 ERA. I mean, that just tells you how bad this guy is. Cano's actually started the season pretty well, swinging the bat solid with the 330 average earlier in the season. Great spot for him. Then I like Mancada, another Chicago guy. He's been batting leadoff, switch hitter, has power upside, steals a couple bases occasionally. And yeah, I mean, let me get you in the value if you want to look at for some value. Depending on where he's hitting in the lineup. Let me find him real quick. This guy Asuja for the Padres. Just a cheap guy in Coors Field. Depend if he's gonna be batting anywhere in the top 6. I definitely think that you could consider him. Last time I played him in Coors Field, he got me a jack. I did play him this day. So for a great value spot right there. Then we'll go to third base. Arenado, I mean, in Coors Field, the guy swinging the bat well. Solid play. Ramirez really starting to pick it up now. Liking a couple Cleveland bats. Going against Kevin Gausman, we know this guy's a gas can. He definitely could get blown up. So yeah, some Cleveland bats are definitely in play. I mean, you can look at this guy. He's priced up, but this dude Villanueva for the Padres has absolutely been killing it this year to start the season. Couple guys on a little bit lower end. Adrian Beltre, very fair price tag, still batting cleanup. The guy hasn't had a monster breakout game. I definitely think it's coming soon, and I like him in this spot. I know he's going against Cahill, who I did recommend as a GPP play, but I mean, like I said, this dude's just a hitter, been a career hitter. Like I said, I feel like he's due for a monster game. It's coming soon. He just had a good game, 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles off of Seattle. He only has one jack. He's going to get another one, like I said. Great spot for him. Then we got Kyle Seager, another lefty going against Gonzalez, who has a 12 ERA. I mean, so some of these Seattle lefties are in a great spot. Seager's one of them. Then my boy Kiki. Batting, high in the order. Probably going to be batting cleanup. Going against a lefty. We know he kills lefties for his career. This is just a great spot and a great buy low opportunity. I think the Dodgers have some really, really good value plays that you can look at today. Shortstop. I mean, you got Carlos Correa, Houston guy against Skaggs, liking him. Lindor going against Gausman, gas can. Trevor Story. In Colorado. I mean, don't really have to say much else. Simeon, this dude's batting leadoff. He's been swinging the bat very well. Going against a lefty and Matt Moore, who's been struggling to start the season. Simeon's actually been really, really consistent. He's had multi-hit games in 3 of the past 4. The guy, like I said, he's just swinging a really hot bat right now. And then lastly, you can look at Corey Seager. I know it's a lefty-lefty matchup, but I mean, he's just very cheap right now, and he's been picking it up a little bit. I think this is a great spot for him and a great buy low opportunity. We'll go to outfield. Blackman and Judge are going to be my top 2 outfielders. I mean, I like Trout, but going against Cole, Cole's a good pitcher, so it's going to be what's going to have to give. Either Trout's going to have a good game or Cole's going to have a good game. And usually, if that's the case, I kind of go more towards the pitcher. But, yeah, so Blackman's going to be my top overall play at outfield. Then I'm going to go with Judge right behind him. I'm really liking those guys. And if we're going to go down a little bit, Springer, I like Springer, another Houston guy. Nelson Cruz, I'm more liking the lefties for Seattle, but he's going to bat clean up. I'm just going against a horrible pitcher. I mean, he can definitely have a solid game here. Then we're going to go Puig, 3,100. He's bat number 3 in the order against a lefty. Solid spot. Wil Myers, bat number 2 in the order. Only 3,100 in Colorado. I mean, this is a juicy, juicy spot for Wil Myers. I think that he's an excellent play. Perella, another Padre guy that's really cheap, batting in the top of the order. You can look at him. Chris Taylor, batting leadoff against a lefty. Cheap price, 2,700. Power upside, speed upside. I like Chris Taylor and I like Matt Kemp for the same reason. I mean, these dudes are just too cheap. I probably would go with Taylor, only 200 more. He doesn't really get subbed out of the games compared to Matt Kemp. He usually gets relieved later in games. But both of those guys are in great spots. I definitely think that there's some value in the outfield position. I mean, so that's kind of where I'm at with this video, to be honest. Kept it short, kept it simple. I'm going to go ahead and get you on these core plays. But before I do, like I said, if you haven't already, please drop a like for your boy. Help me out real quick. I really, really appreciate that. Make sure you have those notifications turned on. This way, if I see something later in the day that comes out, somebody's in a lineup that I didn't expect, it's in a good spot, I'm gonna post it in the comment section. I don't want you to miss that update. So yeah, make sure those notifications are on. Now boom. So I'm gonna start pitcher. I'm gonna go with Carrasco. I'm really liking Carrasco. Then I'm gonna go with Hosmer. I just think he's too cheap. Then we'll go third base, Arenado. Shortstop, I like Corey Seager. I mean, I think it's just a bottle opportunity for him. And then for utility, I'm going to put a utility today. So I'm really liking Desmond. I mean, this is something that I'm really liking. One thing I am going to kind of go back and forth with is I like Simeon as well. So I'm gonna go with Simeon or Seager. I haven't made up my mind yet. I mean, this is a lefty lefty matchup, which I kind of shy away from. But Seager hits the ball well still against lefties. So yeah, I mean, this is something I'm gonna kind of get you guys started with. I will throw something out later in the day if I see something that I really got to get to you guys. So make sure, like I said, and have those notifications on. And I'll talk to you later. It was great to be back. Peace out.